somewhere to get to where you go. That's natural. To get home, you have to go through some traffic. But there's a process. And if you don't go through anything, that's where you will be. Y'all talk back to me because we're live now. I want somebody to know I'm not talking to myself. We're live. If you don't try, you won't arrive. So we're talking about going through. Somebody coined a statement that said, God won't bring you to it if you don't intend to take you through it, or something to that effect. Well, if you bring you to it, he'll take you through it. And I'm saying that, I asked my wife the other day, I said, how far can you go into the forest? I'm deviating a little bit. And she was trying to figure, she said, you go all the way through it. No, you don't go all the way through the forest, you go halfway. After you go halfway into the forest, then you start going out of the forest. That's my little, but anyway, we're talking to you from the book of Genesis, and some of you need to get your Bibles right now. You know we're in the last chapter part of Genesis, probably verse chapter 42, probably what we're going to be dealing with. But I just want you to understand that when God has you destined to be in a certain place and to achieve a certain thing or a certain accomplishment, only you can prevent that from happening. I'll say that again. If God has you destined to be at a certain place or achieve a certain accomplishment, only you can prevent it. I'm reminded of a man that it was said that death visited him. And there were two men in the barn, and death walked in the barn. And one of the men ran out the barn.
All right.
Went to his master and said, I need a fast horse because I got to get to Damascus. And he said, he didn't give him no explanation, and he just allowed him to go ahead on and do it. But the master decided to go out and see what was it that caused him to be in such a haste. He said the master walked into the barn, and his other servants were dead. Death was standing over. And the master looked at him and said, so it's you that caused my servant to leave. He said, oh yeah, I didn't come for him today. He said, I got a problem with him in Damascus. You see, your appointment, that's one appointment you cannot escape.
All right.
It is appointed unto man to die. And after death, somebody help me out.
All right.
The resurrection. But the choice belongs to the individual, because God has a destination for each and every one of us.
All right.
And no situation can stop you, provided you stay in God's will.
All right.
Oh, you say, well, but I don't, it don't matter about the buts. If you stay in His will, you will arrive. Often God will allow things and situations to attempt to sidetrack you, just to see your devotion. Sometimes, I don't know if anybody ever did you wrong.
All right.
What did you do in retaliation?
Did you wrong?
Did you sit still?
No.
Did you hold your peace?
No.
Did you tell the Lord about it?
No.
You see, we have a choice.
All right.
We can take it and get out of God, and stay in God's will, or we can take charge of it handle it, as we call it,
All right.
and get out of his will.
Uh-huh.
Joseph was the favorite of the older boys.
Mm-hmm.
His father, Israel, or Jacob, however one you want to call him, he was Israel, but his father loved him more than the older sons. That's problematic right there. When you start loving one child more than you do your other, then you're asking for trouble. You're writing a recipe for belligerence and disobedience and tyranny. Many times God has chosen people for greatness, but He has not shown them the path in achievement. Perhaps it was needful for Joseph to tell his dream. Y'all know he had two dreams. He dreamed a dream, and off time Joseph, let me just fill you in on it. He went to his brothers. Number one, his brothers didn't like him because Daddy liked him more.
All right.
And he had this coat of many colors that they didn't have. So they disliked him.
Yeah.
And then he got there and began to tell them the dream that I had a dream that we were in the field. And guess what? My sheep stood up. And y'all sheep, y'all bowed down. Y'all bowed down to me. And they said, you said that we're going to have to bow down to you? I'm just telling you my dream. And then he went on, he had another dream. He said, I got another one, y'all. This time, I dreamed that the star, the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars
All right.
bowed and gave honor or obeisance to me. And they said, let Daddy got to hear this. Because then he told him before the daddy rebuked him. You're telling me that me and your mama, which is the moon and the sun and the star, the moon, and the 11 stars, we going to have to bow to you? I'm just telling you a dream. Now listen, if you were the victim of this dream, maybe I should say victim, but the person in this dream, it might have, most people would have said, you dream you got $1 billion, and you find 10,000, guess what? You're going to probably figure, oh, man, I got some more coming. You get a big head. Joseph never had a big head. He said, I'm just telling you all my dreams. But then, one day his dad said, go down and check on the son, check on your brother. See how they do it. Come back and tell me how they doing. And he went down there and got lost. Man said, well, where you looking? I'm looking for my brother. He said, oh, they went on down to another. He found her, and they saw him and said, here comes that dreamer. We ought to take him and kill him. But one said, no, let's don't let our brother's blood be on our hand. Let's just throw him to death. Let him die. But really, his intent was to come back and get him out. Yeah. But see, when God has some plan for you, I don't care how much stuff you go through. Ain't nobody else can stop you from going through what God has for you to go through in order for you to get to where God wants you. All you need to do is submit to His will. So what He does is, let's just throw him in the pit. But when they threw him in the pit, they saw some people, the Israelites, that was on their way down to Egypt. And they said, listen, ain't no need of us killing him. Let's just go get some money off of him. And they took him and sold him down into Egypt for 20 pieces of silver. Now, with 20 pieces of silver, we got 2 pieces of silver apiece because he's going to be out of it. That's 20, and that was 22, so we got it going on. But then somebody by the name of Potiphar bought him and brought him into his house. And God, when Potiphar's watched Joseph, listen, all you got to do is just Be what God wants you to be. Stay in this. Lord, help me to be in your will. And that's what Joseph was doing. Lord, I want to be in your will. No matter what goes down, I want to be in your will. And the Bible tells us that everything that Joseph did prospered. And Potiphar recognized it. In fact, he made a statement. Listen, there's not one thing, I don't even know what, only thing I know about what I got is what I eat. Because I put it in Joseph's hand. I'm talking about going through it to get to it. See, sometimes God can show us the destination, but there are some detours on the way. There's some obstacles on the way. And so he got to the point where the mouse had left, wasn't nobody around but Joseph and Miss Potiphar.
Well.
And she said, hey, Joseph. Come on, lie with me. Joseph said, no.
All right.
He consistently said no, and one day when she caught her with nobody around, she said, you won't lay with me this hand. She reached and caught his coat and he let her have it. And it's a bad thing when people can't have what they want, then they will turn around and back up and they will put you down. But she wouldn't give up. She told her husband, and she told the men, he come to Marcus. He brought this Hebrew into Marcus. She just lied. The Bible said, and it came to pass. And she kept on, and she was persistent, and he ran. And when she told this story, after a while, she told her husband, he come in after me, and this is his coat, he left his coat. But then what really happened was that, listen, you will probably listen to your wife before you will a servant. If your wife said that he come after you, you gonna go get him. No question asked. Joseph, did you do that? I said, put him in the pen. Put him in the dungeon. Put him in the king's dungeon.
Somewhere.
Hallelujah. But let me tell you something. If you plan to be in God's will, God will bring you up out of it.
Yeah.
If you don't believe it, ask Jeremiah. Jeremiah, he was down in the muck and murky clay. He had come to the point that I just don't feel like I need to do this no more. Look, I'm being mocked. I'm down here. What do I need? I'm not going to preach no more. But if the word of God is in you, if the word of God is rooted and grounded, and you have determination, guess what? It'll be like fire. Shut up in your bones. It's just like the woman I heard that wanted to quit, and the pastor told, she said, Pastor, I'm ready to backslide. He said, okay, baby, if you insist on it, go ahead. But before you do, I want you to stand right there and just thank God for everything that He's done for you that you can think of. And she got to thanking the Lord for, Lord, what you did for me. When my children didn't have food, you put food on the table. And when I didn't have a job, you gave me a job. And just so many different things. And after a while, the tears began to roll down. And she said, I can't go back now. Because you see, you've done so much for me. I don't know about you, but God has done too much for me. For me to go back home. But you see here that we find out that as Joseph was in the prison, somebody said, he's telling a story. Yeah, I'm telling a story because I want you to understand that it took 20 years. Some of you want your blessing yesterday.
Uh-oh.
But it took 20 years for this dream to be fulfilled. Joseph was 17 years old. And while Joseph was down in the dungeon, there were two men that the king, the Pharaoh, was displeased with. It was the butler and the butcher. and they came and they had a dream. See, just because you've been treated bad don't mean that you can't help somebody else.
Right.
Not supposed to lose your self-control.
Yes.
But the Bible said that he had such a demeanor
Yes, it is.
that the keeper of the prison committed into his hand all the people that were in the prison.
All right.
And whatever happened, Joseph was responsible for.
Yes.
Because the Lord was with him. And if the Lord is with you, God will make ways for you that you thought never would have been made. But even treated wrong, Joseph continued to do right.
Yes, it is.
The two men began to talk and tell Joseph about their dreams.
Yes.
And we find out that when the one told him his dream, he said, now, what that means that in 3 days, Pharaoh is going to lift up your head,
Yeah.
and then he's going to restore you to your place.
All right.
But he let them know right away that it's not me that's interpreting, it's God who
Amen.
does the interpretation. He's just using me as an instrument.
Uh-huh.
And we find out that in the dream, this did happen. In 3 days, the butler was taken from prison
Yeah.
and restored to his position.
All right.
But he told the butler, he said, now, when you get out, don't you forget about me.
Yeah. All right.
You know how we tell folk now, listen, I'm going to help you, but when you get out, tell the king about it. And the Bible said that the butler forgot. And you know what happened to the butcher. He said that he lifted his head, but he actually hung him.
Yeah.
And the Bible said that the bird would eat his flesh. But what I want you to understand today that Joseph was still down in a dungeon.
Yes, Lord.
I don't know about y'all, but trying to be in a dungeon for 2 more long years.
Well,
You have to understand that it's not something that you want to be in.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, I've never been to prison, but I was so close. I went in to visit a member's son.
All right.
And when I got ready to leave, they said, are you Ernest Whitfield? I said, yes, I am. They said, do you own this blue Dodge truck? Yes, I do. They said, we have a warrant for your arrest. A warrant that I didn't even know anything about. I said, does that mean I'm not leaving? No, you're not leaving. I've never been in jail in my life. But now I'm in jail.
All right.
And he began to walk me down the aisle there, and a lieutenant or somebody stepped out. I don't know. God had to intervene. Because he said, Mr. Whitfield, we're not going to put you in the tank.
All
I've
right.
never been in the tank. I don't know what the tank is. It didn't sound good. He said, well, we're going to let you sit right here until the judge comes in. And I sat there and I said, I need to make a phone call because I haven't had my medicine. I'm on my way to church. He said, well, you won't preach today. That was the other officer. You won't preach today. I thought maybe he would let me go. Not today. But he said, well, just sit right there. The judge would come in, and I'm just hoping there's somebody that knew the good works.
All right.
I was hoping that it was a judge that knew that I had worked with the Pee Wee basketball. Maybe his son was a part of it. I wish for all kinds of good stuff. And don't think I wasn't praying. And the judge came in and sat down and got to talking to me. And after all of it, he said, listen, Mr. Whitfield, we want to let you out on your own recognizance.
All right.
But there will be a trial. Oh, let me tell you something. When you sit aside and say we got to let God handle stuff, He will take you through it. To make a long story short, when they brought me to trial, they tried to tell me some things that I left my paper on. They tried to tell me some things that the lawyer, the court-appointed lawyer, said, well, Mr. Whitfield, we're going to put you on probation. Why don't you just file guilty and we'll put you on probation for 10 years. I said, man, I'm on Social Security. I ain't got no money to be given probation. I said, let's go to trial. And one day, I was coming from Fort Worth, and he called me. I pulled over the side of the road. I said, no, you can't drop it. I didn't want to drop this out. He would tell me what my trial date was. And when I pulled over and I answered, he said, Mr. Whitfield, there's a man by the name of Mr. Brooks. Went to the courthouse and your case has been thrown out.
All right.
Let me tell you, God will put somebody in your state.
All right.
I don't know about you, but God has been good to me. And no matter what anyone else say, God will be good to you. But He wants you to stand your ground. Can I hit a little tune, y'all?
All right.
Can I change to that? Well, I feel pretty good right now because I looked at what God brought Joseph through. Y'all know that he went through a lot of stuff, but it was 17 years old when he started, but then God began to work with him. And after 2 years, the king, he had a dream. And in his dream, he saw 5 or 7 fat cows that came up on the side of the river. And then he saw 7 lean cows come up and eat them up. And still they were looking lean. Yeah, Lord. I want you to understand that we are what God said that we are. If we will just hold out in spite of what anybody else says. Thank you, Lord. It took a long time. Yes, it did. The king brought him out. And he said, now, I had a dream also of 7 fine ears of corn. But then there was another 7 ears of blistered corn. Yes. And they came up and they ate up the 7 good ears of corn. But I heard Joseph tell him, that don't you worry, I'm going to tell you your dream. God will, He will tell you your dream. Yes, and He'll make a way out of no way. Yes, He will. When Joseph told him what it was 7 years of plenty, and there was 7 years of famine. And after 7 years of plenty, I heard that God made it so. Joseph was 30 years old when he told a dream. But it was yet another 7 years before he met his brothers. And he told them, yes, y'all know the story. They came down to get some food. Yeah, down in Egypt. Because the Bible said, Pharaoh told him, is there any other man that has the wisdom that this man has? Is there any other man that has the wisdom that Joseph has? I'm going to put him over everything I got. He's only going to be shepherd to me. Yes, Lord. After 7 years, his brothers came down, ready to recognize who he was. Lord, have mercy. They didn't know who you are. And he told them to go get the brother. They didn't want to do it because they knew they had did mischief to the other brother. Lord Jesus, yes, I'm so wild. They went down in Canaan land and they picked up Israel. They picked up all of his children, all of his maidservants. They picked up his manservants. They picked up his cattle and they brought them all down to Egypt. Yes, yes. I don't know about you, but I do know that the Lord, if He brings you to it, He will. He will. Oh, He will. He will. He will take you to it. He will. I want to tell you about us now. Yes. Have you ever been in a situation when it looked like you wasn't going to make it, but you stayed there? You said, Lord, Lord, it's you, Lord. You, Lord, whatever you do, I'm going to stay with you. In spite of whatever happens, I'm going to stay with the Lord. Yeah, I'm on my way. I made up in my mind. I'm going to heaven. Yes, I got to go through some trials and some tribulations. The Bible tells me your trials, they come to make you strong. Yeah. Is there anybody here that is going through trials? Is there anybody here? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Just hold on. Oh, it's going to be all right. Somebody gonna talk about you. Somebody, they gonna put you down. Somebody say you'll never be nothing. Somebody say you're not nothing. But I tell you, you see me and you see me. But God does not see me just for what I am, but He sees me for what I can be. And if I stay with Him, yeah, yeah. Woo! Come on, child, I'll take you. Raise your hand and tell the Lord, Lord, Lord. There may be somebody today. Somebody today. Hallelujah. Need to come down to the potter's house. Somebody need to go down to the potter's house. Yes. Because at the potter's house, we ain't talking about this house, but at the potter's house, yes, you can get made over. At the potter's house. At the potter's house. Somebody said, well, I've been going through, I've been going to. Yes, it's now time for you to really go through. Because we find out that God told Jeremiah, he said, go down to the potter's house and wash the potter on the wheel. And when you see what he's doing, I want you to tell Israel, just like the clay is in the potter's wheel. And sometimes the clay gets messed up, but the potter takes it and makes it yet another vessel. Everyone is there. Right now, is there someone you're going through some things, you're trying to get to where God wants you to be, and when that should come. Oh yeah, let's go down. Hallelujah. Something. It may be weighing on your mind. Yes. You know what to do right there. God. Hallelujah. Will there be one? Let's go down. Let's go down. Right now. Let's go down. Father in heaven right now. We thank you, Lord. You know the hearts of each and every one that's here. We should look on right now, Lord. Look on the sickness that you see. Lord, you're able to heal. You're able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can imagine or even think. Lord, touch you. Touch that feeling. You're able to clear it out. In the name of Jesus. And Lord, I come down and offer that. Let's go down. Hallelujah. Yeah. Hallelujah. Yes. God, right now, in the name of Jesus. We first walk away.